But this one I think is going to be a little bit closer. Splyce, you know, the Pro League team, some very well-known names if you follow the pro scene in North America. But on the other side, I mean, there's not as much of a discrepancy in terms of skill. I mean, these guys are from some premier players.
Yes.
We've seen them have some really good matches, even against professional talent in North America. So this could be very interesting.
What will be interesting as well is that actually Fox was originally with what Splyce was, Splyce is now. So it's his chance to a little bit get of a revenge against Arya and Jason R. But we're quickly starting things off here with Splyce on the T side, composed of Arya, Davey, Professor Chaos, Abe, and Jason R. As they're going to have a quick push inside B. Fox waiting for them, getting the first headshot right now, but quickly traded off by Jason R. Verdi playing a little bit more passive right now, waiting for his team to support him on a retake.
He's also got a quick flank. The boost up catwalk is going to allow that. Professor Chaos spots out, not able to slow it down though. And actually now they've got to take care of him. You can see the terrorists coming back into the tunnel, so Verdi's taking the chance to get through the window, and he gets that kill down to a 2-on-2.
Bomb has been planted, though. They're going to go for that fake plant first because they do not have a kit on the CT side. Arya and Professor Chaos both inside the hallways in a great flash, but Verdi long range trades it out with a nade and a P2K to get the first round here for Leader 1.
Really, really nice pistol round there from Leader 1. That fast flank through Splyce, and they didn't know really how to respond to it. With that flank coming in so quickly, they have essentially just evacuated the bomb site. And that's what gave Verdi, I mean, he comes through the window, gets that kill, he gains a foothold into the retake for the rest of his teammates. And then the spots are switched.
Yes.
Where it's, you know, Splyce has once again got to retake that B bomb site, but just some really nice shots landed by Leader 1.
Great thing as well for Leader 1 is that they set up for trades as well. They didn't take those 1-versus-1 fights. They really moved in as a group. That's why even PC, when he saw that flame towards that B tunnels, he was still up against two guys from the CT side. Looking at it so far, though, they are going to go on this force buy for Splyce with an AK drop. We've seen this a little bit now. It's starting to become a little bit more common for an A.
Yeah, this used to happen all the time in 1.6 way back when, but now these AK in Davy's hands, he's going to have the long pit, so they've got that map control. And look at Josh, he's pushing up. This is very, very aggressive. He's going to find some people, but they're waiting for it. They spot him out, and actually 3 members, they're able to swing wide. They gain the advantage into this round, and with the AK as well, now they've got a chance here to really cause some havoc.
At least there's some information given. They saw that it was a buy. Maybe he saw that AK at the same time. No, because Davy's actually inside the pit with the AK-47. But getting that information on top mid, you could see that push coming in from the CT side, from B tunnels as well. We are going to commit towards this A site for Splyce, with charges holding out at the catwalk. Nice flash, but it blinds both of them actually. Now they get a full cross from Splyce, all inside the A bomb site. Can Char get it done? No, he gets picked by Arya long range.
Yeah, that flash was brutal, but look at this. Splyce is just wreaking havoc. They're destroying this bomb site until finally Fox and Flash Step coming up catwalk. The bomb is planted, but Abe's got to hold out a little bit longer now. Just waiting in the bomb site. Davy's here as well.
They do have a crossfire. Davy's playing on Playmaker. Now he's going to be the last man standing as Abe burns down. At least the bomb is not really planted for him, so he's going to have to go long range here. Now he gets the first headshot onto Fox. It's down to a 1-versus-1 situation. He's got 11 HP. Now the smoke comes through as well, but at least I think he saw him before the smoke actually bloomed. He's not connecting. Finally gets the headshot, and that's going to end it 1-1, tied up, but at the same time, a lot of heavy investment here, Moses.
And you can hear him shouting out, at least I hope you can hear him, but that's Davey getting a little bit loud, that AK-47 doing some work at the end there to win that. And that was a little sketchy trying to find him in the smoke, but either way, sometimes you're going to see like the CT team here, they just lose the second round. If they're going to buy right back into it, they don't want to give up the advantage, but they're going to go upgrade some pistols, no armor. There is 2 MAC-10s on the terrorist side, so they're just going to try and build up a huge bank. PC is going to be the offer. Also, he's not buying anything. He's just got the Glock and armor, so here they are in just a fast-paced B-rush, not letting themselves get picked off by anything weird. And Leader 1, they have a full long flank going on right now.
Exactly. Meanwhile, we did see on the overhead view, or should I say on the minimap, 3 of them pushing long, just trying to get some pickoffs there. So it was a gamble. They tried to go for that hold. Not really any holds towards middle as well. They're going to try to get something against Arya, but he's holding strong there with the AK-47. Flawless victory for Splyce GG. One thing to add here, Moses, Davey actually left this team earlier on, maybe half a year ago, to go play with Method. Now he's back. Good thing for him, too, to come out with a team that could actually participate in this minor championship.
Yeah, he did actually play the last season with a different team, so he has come back into the fold. And he actually, you know, I've had a couple conversations with him where I've mentioned he's been playing this lurking style, and I've always told him, I'm like, dude, you're much better geared at being an aggressive player. Stop lurking, get into a more active role in this team. And he sent me like a tweet, smiley face, like, you're going to like my new role on this team. I'm going to be aggressive. So we'll see how it pans out here, but so far so good. Another just full-blown B-rush on the anti-eco, and they wipe everyone out.
Exactly. This is a double save going in for Leader 1 right now. They get another plan for Splyce, adding more economy to the bank, at least for the planner. If they lose it, which is not going to be the case at this point, it's a 5 versus 1, they can add more for the team. Nice shot there by Josh BM, but Abe was already lit up there by pushing down through those mid-double doors. He's going to look for some exits, still being hunted at the same time. Would you think this is actually a good thing to do right now? Because you know that they're going to be on a double save. They wrecked the B bomb site. There's a low investment coming in for Leader 1 as well. Would you actually try to go on a hunt to actually risk a gun?
With your Mac 10s, absolutely. Send them out, try and get some of that bonus money. You're more than likely going to be upgrading into the next round anyway. But here's the real thing. PC has his AWP, but Leader 1, one-ups him a little bit there with, Fox and Verdi both have an AWP in this round. So switching to that double sniper setup, which we see very, very frequently on Dust 2. You're going to play 1 in B and 1 over towards long.
This is such a heavy investment. At the same time, though, and it doesn't pay off. Fox, the first one buying the AWP, falls down from the hands of Professor Chaos. Now Verdi, able to retaliate on the other side of the map at least, though. Evens it up 4 versus 4. Kinds of reset things a bit here, but they're still having a heavy pressure on defense towards the A-bomb site.
You don't need to take that fight at long. When you have the advantage like that, just a dry peek. I mean, I know he doesn't know there's an opera there, but there's no reason to even test it. If you're not going to have a smoke at that corner or a flashbang from a teammate, you're essentially just allowing Leader 1 to equalize things at a 4-on-4. And now even they have the smart play. The flash that picks up the op, goes to B, back towards B. Josh is cheated over towards CT spawn, so they essentially have 3 members here, but it's going to be a free passage into the A-bomb site. Verdi can't land the shot. He falls to Arya.
Yeah, it's the CT smoke drop going 2 up on the elbow side, 2 dropping towards CT spawn. They've taken over the A-bomb side. They'll get the easy plant coming through as well. Now it's the post plant set up for the T side. They do have a 3 versus 3 situation, so it could be good right now for the CT side to go for the retake. Char's holding it very passively to start things off, to give a chance for his teammate to rotate, but he quickly gets picked off.
Yeah, now it's just down to this 2-on-3, and actually Arya's flanking around him as well. So Josh, he's got to land a shot. No one from Splyce showing themselves just yet. And there it is, Arya from behind, and Jason are swinging out when Josh's recoil is out of control. So that's going to be the 4th round for Splyce, and now they have a good hold on the match. The economy that they invested into a double op setup on Leader 1 side has been shattered, so they're back onto a save. They are going to buy some armor and some upgraded pistols. As this losing bonus builds up, they've lost 4 in a row. So, they're going to be able to buy next round no matter what they choose.
Definitely. It's just going to depend if they're going to try to go for that double op setup again. Maybe it was just a little bit unfortunate for Fox that had a slower spawn on the CT side to get onto that platform. Now, great flash, though, onto that catwalk. Davies going to move in 1 and 2. You called about the aggressive play. Gets more information there with 2 guys on catwalk. And now it's going to be the easy take for the T side to plant inside B, with 1 guy still lurking, though, towards mid, which is going to be Arya.
PC's got to be a little bit careful. One's coming behind him. Arya, he's blocking off this flank from Catwalk. He grabs the first one, can't do the second. And there it is. Verdi catches PC, not looking. Down to a 2-on-2. They could still actually go for this with this this increased bomb timer if they want.
Thing is, though, after Flash Step did get that kill, he didn't go to pick up the AK-47, so they're going long-range pistols against Abe and Jason R, but they have nothing to work with. They have to go for the body peeks, and they're just going to try to play the bait, but that smoke covers things off. Verdi, at this point, I would fall back and try to pick up that AK up on Catwalk, but at this point, he's just looking for exits. Gets the dink. At least gets the kill.
Yeah, it does get 1, but nice play by Splyce to make sure 2 players push that to ensure he can't save any kind of a weapon. So 5-1 now, but good damage dealt by Leader 1 on the eco. And now you see the op once again in Verdi's hands. I don't believe they have money for a double op setup. Or they do if they want to go with light armor, but instead Char's going to go for more utility. Down 1-5.
At the same time, they're able to get those kills with the pistols, but there was so much economy built up by Splyce so far. Yeah, they lost 4, but they're winning 5-1, winning 5 rounds in a row, getting those Mac 10 kills as well. Aggressive push inside B this time, but they do have a heavy hold here. Trey's coming through, and it goes in the upper hand of Flash Step and Leader 1 getting a triple kill. Just like that, it's a 4 versus 1 situation with the bomb down. PC spotted, takes down Josh BM at lower B, but they're now converging. They have spotted him, and he is low as hell.
Yeah, really nice defense there from Leader 1. Flash Step with 3 kills. They lined up for him. So Splyce not doing any kind of finesse, just trying to bully their way into that B bomb site with a very, very fast play. They get punished for it.
Yeah.
So now he's basically got to just wait till the smoke subsides and see if he can pick off Char. I mean, that's going to be the big thing. And here he goes to the peak. Doesn't see him there. Char's just hiding, waiting for any kind of contact. Molotov's going to come out. No one's in that position, though, so it's not going to do much. And the question is Char ever going to raise his head, or is he going to wait for his teammates to call contact?
So patient right now, and Professor Chaos is actually going to go for it. They do have a lot of economy here, so they're waiting for Flash Up to spot first. There you go. Gets the kill. Yep. If Flash Up actually spotted him and actually missed that shot, that's where Char could actually peek out and get that kill. So good setup there for the trade, and Leader One puts a second one on a scoreboard.
Yeah, try to switch the pace a little bit there, trying to catch him off guard with just a flat-out B-rush, and it doesn't work. Still plenty of money. They had the economy to kind of test the waters with something like that.
Yep.
And now I believe you're going to see something a little bit more typical, a little bit more of a default. On the other hand, they have given up a free AWP, so it's a double op setup on the CT side as well. PC goes for that mid shot, but doesn't land anything. And Davey, once again, just going to throw a flashbang out to try and pressure this defense a little bit, but look at Josh pushed up on Catwalk. He gets blinded. That's a really nice flash from Splyce to make sure that Jason R is safe when he comes down to get down those stairs in lower B.
Thankfully there from his angle where he jumped up, he didn't get spotted by Josh BM, who was playing a little bit more forward. So they actually both don't spot each other. That smoke's going to force them to fall back towards the A bomb site for the CT side. So they are setting up for a 2-2-1 actually, putting more defense in that mid, and it's going to be Flash Step that gets the first kill of this round by taking down PC up on Catwalk. But the bomb looks like he was committed at first, but is it going to be the fake to go move back towards B? Indeed it is.
Yeah, and he spotted the gun barrel, flashed up, but he gets peeked from mid. He's not ready for that one. All of a sudden, it's just Fox alone in B. Char's trying to do some damage through the smoke, and he does. Bomb has to make its way up there, and they've got to do it quick because the rotations are all on their way in. So even though Davey gets that kill in towards the B bomb site, his teammates couldn't make it in time, and he's basically shut out from this bomb. A nice defense from Leader One. Davey trying to flash himself through the smoke. He is behind the boxes, but 3 members of Leader One here ready to go. It's going to be the offer. He's going to be the first one. Heavy damage dealt. Can't get the kill. And he runs out of bullets.
Taking down my Verdi right after that. I mean, it was good what was going on for a Splyce. They didn't get that control towards mid. They tried to go for that split. Davey actually did get that kill towards B tunnels as well. I think what didn't work well for Splyce was that they actually didn't smoke CT spawn. That left a huge opening right there for Leader One to rotate from that from the playmaker inside CT spawn and just prevent them from making it inside the B bomb site.
It was part of that fake. They threw the smoke as if they were going to do a drop strategy towards the A bomb site and just use that as a mid to B smoke. But you know, just one player in CT spawn just basically ruins that. So actually, Splyce had a couple of really nice flashbangs to gain catwalk control. The first one to allow Josh to get safe down those stairs in lower B, and the second one to block off Verdi, who is at that angle on catwalk right above sandbags. But from there, they just couldn't do anything with it. I believe it was Fox who found the first pick with those AWPs. So that double op setup finally yielding some results now for Leader One.
Look at the CTs are set up this time. 3 guys inside B, 1 guy on catwalk, 1 guy at long. They're trying to play the retake inside A, leaving mid open, and Josh BM gets the first kill, but quickly traded out. The 4th spy coming in for a Splyce. They do have, or they had 2 Tech 9s, 3 AKs. Now they reset things up a little bit on a 4 versus 4 situation. They force to rotate back towards A. They still have a lot of map control to work with right now for Splyce.
That's a bad smoke on catwalk, so actually Splyce can, you know, really abuse that. There's a big gap in the side of it, but either way, Abe, he has one of the Tech 9s just waiting in middle for any kind of intel. Meanwhile, 3 members of Splyce still just sitting around this catwalk area. They haven't decided where to go yet, but the defense is pretty spread out. Going towards A, they're going to have to deal with this AWP, and here's the mid-B fake. Char's swinging wide. He's getting the intel. He's like, all right, guys, they throw a mid-B smoke, but don't worry about it. Nothing's coming out. He's got to just be a little bit careful as one jumps up on the box, and he wins that battle against Davey. So now it's going to be on Fox. They know they're heading up catwalk.
So Fox waiting there at the ramp. Great flash for them to peek out, but he comes back up as soon as he's unblinded. Another counter flash is coming through, but now he knows one stuck. Taken down by PC. A little bit mispositioning there going through as Verdi misses a second shot after getting the first one. PC on a 2 versus 1, but the touchdown nade comes through from Verdi. Elise redeems himself from that op shot miss, and now it's going to be 5-4, and they've won 3 rounds in a row to bring this back, Moses.
Yeah, the big thing is Splyce has been buying through these 3-round losses because they had so much bank built up, and they've been buying as this losing bonus builds up. So now they're going to be on a half buy. They have Tech 9's armor. They have some utility as well, but they're really only going to have 1 round of a decreased, you know, arsenal to work with. Next round they'll have the AKs right back out. But Leader One making a good comeback here, almost evening things up, and fast long play for Splyce. Verdi's here with the op, not blind. That last flash gets him, but he lands the shot anyways, and Josh close up with the SMG. They combine for 4 quick kills.
Well, Davey's going to be the last man standing. Not only is he lurking, but at least he's played it very aggressively. You can see him running around, not really playing patiently. He wants to catch him off, and look at that drop. Instant headshot onto Fox as well. Picks up the M4. It's a 4 versus 1. He won't be able to do more than that.
That's brutal.
We tie up 5-5, but it was actually a good gamble as well. Josh BM went for an MP9. And probably didn't have enough money for a rifle, but they knew the money situation for Splyce right now. They knew it was going to be a save round coming through as well. So that's $600 a kill. You're adding more into that. And they're just looking good so far coming back into this game.
Yeah, and importantly, not taking too much damage.
Yep.
Only losing one player, so their economy is still pretty strong right now. They have 3 members over 5,000, and here's the buy again out of Splyce. 4 AKs and AWP on PC. Jason's going to go for the quick long play. He gets completely blinded, but it's alright. He's made it to blue bin. Everyone's completely blind. 1 member in pit. The Molotov comes out. That's going to force him out of position, but Verdi not able to land that shot. They've got to delay just a little bit longer, but this is a good hold so far for the CT team. Even that re-peek not working out, and Char finally gets a kill.
Yeah, I think that was a mistake for him to re-peek. Luckily there, he only got legged or something like that there for the Opper. Now they're still trying to commit towards this long, but so many counter nades coming through. They're going to be forced to fall back. At the beginning of the round, the CTs played it very aggressively at long, and now they're going to try to reset back towards T-spawn. That's
actually a huge win. I mean, even without the kill, so much utility was just used by Splyce to gain control of long, to gain control of pit, and they got locked out. They just got pushed far away, and now look at the aggression in these B tunnels from Flashstep. He's leading point, and all of Splyce is about to run into this.
Well, Fox is also checking with the AWP. Instantly headshotted by Jason R. They're going to try to move in now. Flashstep going to have to go for a counter flash, but decides to switch back to his gun. Picked off by Jason R. And now the B-bomb side is open. Josh BM, who has rotated all the way back from A, has no utility to work with, so the B side is now open for business as they have a 1-minute advantage for Splyce GG to get this bomb plant, and it's now the time to play the retake for Leader 1.
Yeah, they might just get locked out here. This is a terrible way for this round to turn for Leader 1. It looks so good initially. Even a Molotov blocking off the window now. Verdi's got to smoke it out. Arya's going to get that first kill, and so does Jason R. And it's just down to Verdi with the op. He's got no option but to save it.
Well, Spartan move here for Splyce to just hunt out and move out towards the B site. Now he's going to try to fall back towards lower B side, but he's closed in from lower B as well. Op shot missed, going for the knife, but then Professor Chaos going for almost a 180 MLG no-scope.
Yeah, not too bad, not too shabby. I was hoping he'd really get that knife. That would have been absolutely sweet.
Oh, yeah.
But here's the thing. That played out so well for Leader 1 initially. It was that aggression into B tunnels. They had the intel that there was at least, three members of Splyce at long. It was just that push into B tunnels came a little bit late, and it was very slow. It wasn't a very decisive push into those upper B tunnels, so they get caught out. That's just a little bit unfortunate. I liked the call, but just executed a little bit too slow.
Now what do you think this time? Oh, that op shot should have connected. Verdi takes him down. I wanted to ask you at the beginning, 2 ops set up this time for T side. Do you think it's viable on Dust 2?
It is viable. There is one down right now. It's not looking too good, but yeah, definitely. I mean, this is the thing. You can get a lot of picks with that. You can, this 1 kill from Davey forces rotations. If you have the ops in the right position, you can really, really punish him. But either way, now it's kind of slowed down. 2 members over towards B for Leader 1, 2 towards A, 1 at long and 1 on the A site. So great mid control for Davey, who takes the chance to peek out, but he doesn't win that battle. He doesn't do any damage whatsoever as well. Josh ends that quickly, and now they can concentrate on B tunnels as Verdi has picked off 1 on Catwalk. So Splyce not grouping up, going for very spread out in the mid round, and they're getting punished for it.
Well, they're going to have to try to win this 2 versus 1 now, a 2 versus 2 inside the B bomb side, but Josh BM still holding it from outside B. Good smoke for Splyce to start things off, though, to try to cover out those doors to focus more on that platform. But unfortunately, he's going to be the last man standing. 3 versus 1. Josh BM still going on to work. So playing that passive mid did pay off on their side. But again, no smokes were actually thrown towards CT spawn to try to connect and take control of that B side. So they tried to play for basically the aim map for Davey, which didn't pay off.
Yeah, and once again, just punished right back onto the save for Splyce. So they went on a good run to start this out. They were up 5-1. But they've just been getting pummeled now. It's been, 5 of 6 rounds going towards Leader 1. So Splyce has got to figure something out. They're back on the Tech 9s. They do have 1 smoke and some flashbangs to work with, headed towards mid right now, but it is a heavy mid-B setup with 1 member. That's going to be Char in towards CT spawn, and they're just going to, stomp their way up Catwalk. Well, Verdi here with the AWP. No smokes, no flashbangs to block him whatsoever. It's a turkey shoot, and he's got 2.
Bakak takes 2, trying to go for a 3rd. Flash now, or should I say a smoke inside the bomb site. At least they get the bomb plant. They get the headshot as well to Josh BM, and Arya going long range there, on it to long. Headshot onto Verdi as well. 3 versus 3, chop mid to spawn. These guys are ruthless right now for Splyce. They don't stop moving right now, and they're catching them off guard.
We've got to be careful, though. The bomb's not planted for anyone to be down there whatsoever, so this could just be a free defuse from Flashstep. He's got the kit as well, and he's just going to stick it. I don't think there's a single chance Splyce has at stopping this right now.
Though.
They do boost up, but can't find it whatsoever, so the drops, the SWAT play looks so good, but it backfires very quickly. Nice job from Leader 1.
Yeah, the aggressive play actually didn't turn into their favor after all for Splyce. Yes, indeed, they had a great plant for Catwalk, but nobody really set up for that. I think they heard them coming up on Catwalk at the same time, though, for Splyce, but it just didn't have that boost or the angle well enough to actually go for that spray after that diffuse coming through. So unfortunately for that, it's going to be Leader 1 retaking the lead here of this matchup, winning that pistol round to start things off, losing 5 in a row, but now finally coming back to make it a 7-6 score here on this first half.
Much slower paced round here from Splyce. Working their way through lower B. Davy's going to smoke off mid. Josh is waiting for anyone to come out, but he's not going to see anything so far. So there is good map mid control from Splyce right now. They have a lot of different ways they can manipulate this. They know they're going to encounter an op over towards the A bomb site. That's what they've been facing every single time they've gone there.
Yeah, more of a default that we have right now, as you can see from that mini-map. It's a 2-1-2 setup from the CT side. Easy to rotate from B as well to focus on that mid, and then possibly playing for that retake towards A if Verdi cannot hold here from the playmaker. And this is exactly what Splyce is going to do right now. They're probably going to try to go for that drop again. Indeed, we already saw one guy moving through, setting up for that trade. Great job there. Worth the sacrifice there to drop Jason R. Professor Chaos watching that flank. Dropping the first one, cannot see the second. But they are well set up here for Pulse Plan.
Yeah, and Flash Step, that's a nice lurk from Abe, biding his time really well. Flash Step, you got nothing left to do. You might as well just save this gun. Nade lands are right on you. Yeah, get away with that in the last round, but Abe's not going to let it happen. Really, really good trade coming off Catwalk for Splyce there. Jason R gets dropped by Verdi with the op, but he gets killed immediately afterwards. It was a nice job staggering flashbangs as well. It almost seemed like Verdi dodged one or two, or they didn't blind him too much, but it was like the third and the fourth flashbang hit him hard.
Yeah.
So now into this last round, I mean, there's one M4 bought on Fox and some good utility, but the rest of it is just deagles and pistols.
Exactly. Despite what we saw, a nice comeback coming in from Leader 1. They actually lost this one here, spent a lot of economy, because I think if we're looking through, they probably lost a lot of players throughout the rounds as well, not giving them enough economy for this last round of the first half, giving the advantage for Splyce to move out and take the lead in the first half. But they did play it aggressively on Catwalk. They did get some information. They lightly damaged Davey. But it seems as though they might be set up for this A take, or the CTs might know it could be a mid to B. So knowing that B tunnels should be clear for a bit, they're looking to focus back towards an A side retake.
It looks like it's just going to be another execute. They know they're not going up against AWPs. They know that the economy is so weak. The good thing for Leader 1 is that despite having upgraded pistols, they have a lot of nades to work with. They have these smokes to block off Catwalk. They have some flashbangs for the counter flashes when the executes come in. And they're even doubled up on long, but there's only one member there, and Abe can slow play that this whole round. So once again, a lot is on Verdi's shoulders.
Yes. This time he's playing it slightly differently. He's actually playing on the A ramp. Only with the Deagle can he turn this op into a silver op. First off, one dropping inside CT spawn. He does get the headshot, cannot connect on the second one, so A site is now open. Davey watching the flank. Nice smoke there to cover it up and getting the easy kills. Now it's a 3 versus 2, but they salvage an AK out of that one for this retake, as the bomb is now planted for Catwalk.
Yeah, Jason R, nice kill. Same with Davey, and now it's just down to Fox with no HP. He gets eliminated. It looked like it was a chance there for Leader 1 since they still maintained long control after taking an Abe out. But from there, it just gets cleaned out. So a good round or a good half from Splyce. They started out really, really strong. They had a rough patch in the middle, but to win those last two, that's pretty key. So it does end 8-7 in the favor of Splyce heading into the CT side.
It took a little bit of a time for these guys to come back too, because if you're looking at the scoreboard, I'm just going to look at the scoreboard right now. Arya was at 18-11. Two of his teammates were still at the single digits until they came back. Jason R and Davey with 11 kills. You do see two players, or one player from each team that actually really stepped up. On the other side, playing CT side, Verdi at 20-9 here.
It was like the battle of Arya versus Verdi in that first half. I mean, they both played really, really well, carried their teammates through some stretches, and you could kind of see it. It just kind of juggled over who had economic control at the time. You know, once you got each team was able to get their ops out, they were pretty dominant. You saw Splyce in the beginning, and then Leader 1 took it over, and then Splyce finally responded there at the end. But a good first half from both teams heading forward.
Well, let's look at it from Splyce's point of view. We talked about it a bit. We saw the match, how it turned out on their first half. A lot of Catwalk executes into this A bomb site. We didn't see many splits towards B as well from mid to B. They did take B the first few rounds after winning that eco, but why do you think these guys decide to take Catwalk so many times?
I think they got turned off by it, to be honest with you. That B rush, I thought maybe just demoralized them a little bit. Also, they did try a mid-B split at one point. They tried the fake off Catwalk, but it didn't work out whatsoever. So, yeah, they didn't really put too much pressure on it. When they did, they got shut out. You saw Davey one round in a 4-on-4, tried to lurk out mid and try and get a pick towards B, and he just got dominated by Josh. So, I mean, why go back at that when the A stuff is you're getting some success there? I mean, even they might have even been able, if it wasn't for that one round where there was that sneak defuse in the smoke, I mean, they could have had a much bigger half out of that.
Yeah, so a little bit of a miscommunication because of that round. It is actually a closer first half, 8-7 in favor of Splyce as we're now switching sides. It is going to be leader one on T side, composed of Verdi, Josh, Fox, Flashstep, and Char. Versus Splyce right now, we went through the roster rundown on their side. And pistol round, looking at it here, looks like they're going to maybe set up here for a long take, but playing it very passively. What's your take on such a passive play on a pistol round for T side?
It's not bad at all, especially when you see you're just making sure you're not being caught out by anything. You're not really losing too much, but now Fox spots aggression on Catwalk. He knows one's peeking mid as well. Doesn't know the extent of this Catwalk aggression, but just testing the waters, and now that they know that they're playing Catwalk, they can come out long, but Fox isn't ready for that kind of aggression from Splyce, and now they've got to hustle up. They have no map control anywhere else.
Yeah.
This is their only play they're able to make. They're going to run through these smokes, but Davy's going to be here. Can he stop anything? He's caught out in the open. He has nowhere to fall back to, but he does get one. Verdi falls. Even though that kill is traded off down to a 3-on-3, Arya's going to try and get sneaky, and he's punished from the side.
Funny thing here is Char has a Tech 9. I'm pretty sure they went for a raid boss to start things off for the T side. They've taken over this A bomb side. Char probably picked it up after his teammate fell down, but the bomb is now planted for long. The retake's trying to come through. It did start well for Splyce, but now it's looking at 3 versus 1 with Abe the last man standing, now a 2v1. Josh is actually lit, but they have a great crossfire set up for this terrorist team. Good flash to move up. Lots of noise being made. He has to act quick because he does not have a kit. And at this point, salvage a few nades.
Oh.
I don't think
He
I don't even
salvaged
think
a
he has
smoke
time,
and a
though.
kit. Oh, but Flash Step grabs him just before that smoke plume, so that could have been a little bit scary if he was able to get on that.
Yeah, I don't even think he had time at the same time as well, though, for Abe. Nice try, but the round comes in for leader one. They win this pistol round. They even it up again, 8-8. And now we're going to have to see if the CTs of Splyce are going to decide to go for this. Usually we see a 5-7 armor buy, but looking at it so far, it's just going to be pistol upgrades.
I mean, this just tells you, you know, they don't really have, maybe not have a plan into these second rounds if they want to buy. They're not content with just setting up in a default with upgraded pistols. Also, it might tell you that they want to go for a heavy op setup, maybe 2 ops right off the bat. Either way, Abe gets aggressive up in the B tunnels. He gets punished, but no more aggression from leader one, and that's smart because Splyce has rotated 3 members towards the B bomb site after that 1 contact.
The only mistake right now, a good play right now for the CT side to stack up towards B. One guy lurking towards long, but middle, catwalk, everything is open. So because of that, you see the T stream through towards the mid double doors. At least Davies able to take down the bomb carrier. Now he's going to go head-to-head against Josh BM, but he's going to fall back towards A to get the bomb plant. Meanwhile, Arya is going to flank from behind, cannot connect for the kill, but at least gets traded off by Davy. Oh. And a nice one-tap onto Verdi as well. So a triple kill, 2 versus 1. He does salvage a Galil. He does not have armor to work with, but at least it's against 2 MAC-10s. So let's see what happens with that. Meanwhile, we did see, let's go radio style. We did see them flash back towards that, or should I say a decoy, sorry, towards the barrels to move back towards the A bomb side. Now welcome back. As now Josh BM and his teammate are both set up here at Goose side. Davey gets another nice one. Just looking for maybe the ace, turns around, cannot connect, but man, that is a great save for Splyce. They only went for a pistol upgrade.
Yeah, I mean, well, Davy's just a beast there. That round is just all Davy. They didn't really do anything special. He flanks, he catches leader one, not watching out for it, and he goes huge. So. That's I mean, you could just see the aim, you know, the things he's able to do, and that's part of the reason why I told him, you know, just get aggressive.
Yeah.
You know, stop being the lurker. Go make something happen for your team. That round he almost pulls it out with 4 kills, but either way, done great economic damage. You can see from the money that's left on this terrorist side. I mean, they have you know 4 members below $1,000.
If they can actually get a few more kills right now for Splyce in this second eco that they're going for, again with only pistol upgrades, except for Davey because he did get 4 kills, can afford the armor and get some information as well. You're going to have forced drops on the round after, and going on a main gun round, you're forcing drops. You're going to be able to get the win if possible, and then you're going to put them on a reset on a possible double save for leader one. So great job for Splyce to start things off on that eco in the second round. A huge stack for them at mid, with Davey dying first, getting the information at long. Now Professor Chaos first headshot, spotting 2 more at the T spawn. But it's going to be Char now sweeping it up and cleaning out the mid aisle. Flash up doing the same thing, and just like that. Only 1 guy that they lose, so not so bad there for leader one. But this is going to be an important gun round here for Splyce.
Yeah, they needed a pretty strong win there with, you know, not losing too many players after that second round. So that's good that they get out of that with only 1 player falling. Still, the money's not great. They do have an AWP in Verdi's hands, and on the other side, it is just 1 up in Professor Chaos. So we'll have to see what he can do with that. And he's going to head out towards long with it, just a standard setup initially. Verdi doesn't even take the shot. He spots one jumping across, but he doesn't fire. And there's PC, just firing a bullet into the smoke, but they know it's a long execution. The pop flash is going to come out. No one's been able to be found yet because Jason R gets completely blind. They've got to fall away from long. They can't even battle for it whatsoever. It's too late now, but Davey is stuck over towards cars.
Gutsy play there for Jason R to start things off inside the smoke. At least he stays alive. And I think seeing Fox and Flash Step so low right now was probably some nade damage because I didn't see a lot of firing going on from the CT side. You could see that there's not many nades left on the Splyce's roster. So they did try to go for that aggressive long. Now resetting things right now for both teams. Leader 1 are just going to try to focus back on taking control of this middle.
They could be in a lot of trouble with Fox and Verdi going up long because they mollied out the cars. They might think it's clear, but Davey's still there. He didn't take a single point of damage, and PC is going to get that first kill towards Catwalk. Char falls, and there's Davey swinging out wide, grabs Fox. Now they know he's here, but the attack has been whittled down so much. Josh is going to have the angle. No one's watching Catwalk. He gets out for free. Finds that kill. Could get a second one as well. He's opened this bomb site up wonderfully. Just a small mistake out of Splyce, and all of a sudden the bomb site is open.
Actually, that's a huge mistake. No communication there at the same time as well. You had one guy watching Lawn, two guys playing at Elevator, all looking towards Long because they knew Verdi was with the up-on platform. So a little bit, they should have said somebody needs to keep watching Catwalk. Professor Chaos did a great job to start things off.
Yeah, I'm glad you corrected me. That is a huge mistake, and that can't happen. Either way, the retake looking pretty decent so far. Josh is in the corner, though. He grabs that one. No one's there to trade the kill. They all jump down. Now I've got a crossfire with Verdi with the op in the pit, and this round's over. Abe's just got to run away. So a couple mistakes here in this round, 2 in 1 round, and Leader 1's going to get away with it.
Yeah, the first mistake, we just mentioned it. Well, Abe just trying to stay alive. Let's see if he's going to be able to. He should make it safely back towards T-spawn from B tunnels. But the big mistake, we talked about it, not watching that Catwalk. The second one, they all focus up towards Long. They lose 3 guys, and the guy that they've initially wanted to kill, which was Verdi, or Virtus up on the platform at Long, he stayed alive the whole time. So that gave a chance there for Leader 1 to actually get the bomb plant for Long as well and just set up the great crossfire from Josh BM at Goose and with the op from Verdi at Long.
Yeah, that drop down's brutal when that kill comes out. Abe's not there to trade it, so it's just, you know, just gets to sit there and chill. Now PC with the op, he's got to do some work, although Davey pushes up Catwalk. Fox completely blind, but here come the teammates to trade things out.
Wow.
Jason R once again finishes off Josh, and it's down to a 4-on-3. They haven't been able to salvage any of the AK-47s. Arya now spots him very close to crossing Long. That flashbang might help out, but ill-advised peek, and Verdi punishes that as well.
Well, at least you have Professor Chaos inside CT spawn. That shot somehow did not
He's gotta
connect.
hit that shot.
Oh my god, and now Verdi clears it up, gets another one here, clears out the A-bomb site. Jason R now LMS, last man standing, gets the molly to try to prevent them for the plant and bring this on a 1 versus 1 in type of a fight. They do have 2 guys up at the A ramp, but 1 guy is still playing on the other side at the playmaker. I don't think Jason R could get anything done there, but at least something that you could give away here for Splyce is the way that they're actually setting up for the flash peaks. The way that they controlled up towards that Catwalk, they went for flashes for a peak, another flash for a peak, and then set up for trades as well. It's just maybe mid-round after that, and that was the mistake coming through after.
Yeah, it's just Verdi just wrecking them. That's what it's coming down to right now. I mean, that was not only that, you know, punishing Professor Chaos for missing that shot, but that second shot on Catwalk was very, very quick.
It seemed really on him, though.
Yeah, so, well, you know, it happens.
CSGO.
Still, you have to hit that shot. If you're, I mean, you have a 3-on-3 in that kind of an eco round, and you know, you're losing 11-8. You've got to hit that shot. And he does it. So once again, another mistake gets punished. Char's even hunting down this remaining player of Splyce, and Jason's not going to get away with it. It's flash step from B Tunnel, who grabs it right at the last second. 12-8, nothing going right for Splyce, and they have to get things started here. They have to get right back onto the board into this round.
Oh yeah.
Or else they're in a lot of trouble going forward.
At least the economy was built up on their side, despite them getting a few kills on the eco as well. You see it on the overlay. Still a lot of economy built up on Leader 1's side, so they're still looking good. Splyce probably winning this round if they want to. They actually cannot lose that many players.
Look at this aggression into the B tunnels. It's a full B rush for Leader 1, but it's Flash Step who finds the push. It is traded out, but Char's now aware. It's going to be a free plant in the bomb site. So
crazy.
Splyce takes a big gamble here, and it's a 4-on-4. Verdi's got to be careful. Davey is going to be flanking down mid, but there it is. The op finds him. Char's still very wary that Abe can come from here, and Jason R, he's Molotov'd out a window, so all of a sudden it's another save situation for Splyce. So they take a huge risk with an unorthodox tactic, and they don't catch him off guard whatsoever.
And that's what I was about to say. If they wanted to win this round, they couldn't lose any players. Now they lose 3. They get a bomb plant for Leader 1 as well. They're forced to save. Of course, Leader 1's going to go on a hunt and try to take him down. But I'm wondering, with that push that you called up, Moses, with them going from lower B or from mid to lower B, is it probably because Verdi was still watching with that op towards T-spawn, saw that push coming through, and it's like, guys, there's 4 mid. Let's just go B, and I'm just going to keep holding mid.
It could have been. I mean, that just seemed like a B-rush out of spawn, to be completely honest with you. All 4 members went that way. It just seemed like they're like, all right, let's just go for it. And wisely, one member went towards lower B just to ensure it. But the real, I mean, that's the thing. The real question is, if you're leader 1, I mean, you have to send someone B. Even if you're going to do aggression into lower B tunnels, you need to have someone to make that a crunch. You need to have like the second prong of that attack. And they didn't do that, so it was just a free sight for him. And it's such a crucial round as well.
Yeah.
Just a very, very ballsy call from Splyce. It doesn't work out, and now they've called a timeout because back's against the wall now, boys.
Yeah, and at the same time, if you're looking at this timeout, you saw it on the overlay before. We saw Splyce GG on the stream. At the same time, you saw Garrett. A lot of experience from the 1.6 days. Yep. A lot of experience from the CGS Source days as well, playing with Optic Gaming. Not Optic Gaming, sorry, San Francisco Optics.
Yeah,
and now, right. Yeah, now he's actually coming in as a coach for Splyce. What does he bring, though, to the table? Because we never actually seen Garrett play in any big teams or do well and do anything in North America in terms of competing in CSGO.
Yeah, it's just experience in some of these situations. Obviously, playing in CGS on those kind of high pressure stages, able to calm them down in this spot where they're probably feeling a little antsy at 8 to 13. Chance for the major slipping away. It seems like so he's probably just calming them down right now, and just saying we got to relax. We got to hit these shots. We've got them. So they've gotten themselves in some pretty decent situations in a couple rounds, and they're just not winning the situational. So it just once again comes down. Have some patience. Making sure the mental game is going to be there. But really, right now, I mean, this is the scary part because. Most of this half has been Splyce just not winning those situationals, and now that they've been frustrated, they've started to get a little bit flustered. It's looked like now they're just strategically losing it and making some rough calls.
You're losing 6 rounds in a row as well,
yeah.
And Arya is still the in-game leader and the caller right now for Splyce. Again, it's what Garrett brings to the table so far. It's not been working for them on the CT side.
Here's the thing. Verdi's just being a beast. He's at 27 and 12 right now. So who from Splyce is going to step up and try and match that? It's got to be Davey or Arya. Which one of them is going to be the star player for their team? Come up with a huge round and get them back into this.
One thing, though, that I noticed from Verdi in the second half, being the opera for T side, you don't really see him go for openings. Yeah, they're going to try to go for another aggressive push for the CT side here. So actually with rifles, so the buy coming in for Splyce, we'll talk a little bit about it later, about Verdi's play on T side, but then they're going to try to catch him off guard. Does not work. He connects with the first shot, almost catches the second one with a nade in his hands, but misses the shot. At least PC up on catwalk, trades it back, and Verdi's still playing at spawn. Now A side is open for business. Abe, just a little bit of misstep there. We'll be able to catch one Elise off guard. It's a 3 versus 2. Bomb is planted for long as well. So Verdi is going to make his way back towards platform. Elise Arya up on catwalk to support his teammate. Is traded out. So it's going to be Abe 2 versus 1, and Verdi takes him down.
Yeah, he's just a monster. I don't know what. Okay, so once again they take a big risk with this mid push. They gain mid control of CT and they just push up and they're going for the long flank. Verdi gets that first kill, and the second guy has his knife out, and he's like running away towards mid. And then once again, Verdi just switches back towards suicide tunnel and picks him off, just trying to run away. It's like, kill the guy. Why are you running away with your knife out? You have this position. This is exactly what you wanted to push mid, and then you run away and you just give him some kills.
Especially with the off shot missed.
Yeah, so they're giving him so much room to work with, and you could see he's like put the fear of God in them. They don't even want to contest with it anymore.
Verdi the God.
It's insane. Now look at this. Oh, nice shot with the scout. Headshot onto Fox. That's going to end things quickly.
Well, Josh BM is looking for the trade back, and PC says no. Another headshot with the scout, giving them a 2-minute advantage, trying to take down middle as well. But Char loses close range against Abe. The last two guys will have to try to focus towards the B-bomb side, which is a smarter move, because like you said, Verdi has been godlike with the AWP. They're probably going to utilize him to get the opening as well. His teammate came out first, position given away. He's up on a 5 versus 1 at this point with 1:05 left on the clock. He'll probably try to save. Even throw the op away, so even smarter move.
I like it, yeah. Very, very smart. Small little detail that can help out, because now, I mean, they don't get the op, they're going to have to invest into it. He knows there's a very low chance of him winning this, so he might as well just... And this is the thing, too. You could see Splyce. To make this comeback, they have to win this and the next round, so they're hesitant to go chasing for this weapon. They've only sent one guy out towards T-spawn. Everyone else is playing it a little bit more passively. Not going to be able to salvage that AWP. And that's really, really smart, because look, they have 5 rifles. There's no chance of any of them upgrading into an AWP this round. So once again, Verdi gives himself an advantage where he's the only one in the server with an AWP.
Well, let's try to bring back the power of the bear there for Splyce to try to come back in this game. But at the same time, you're looking at this now. The money situation that we have for Splyce, they lose this round here. They're going to have to go for a force buy, but they're not going to have much to work with at the same time. So there's not much room for error for this counter-terrorist team so far. looking, in my opinion, to be upset by Leader 1 coming into this game.
It's looking pretty likely at the moment. 3 members of Leader 1 now have taken over mid control. They're going to make sure no one's pushing into the upper B tunnels. There's been a lot of aggression out of Splyce in the last few rounds, so
I think it's the whole half.
Yeah, they've got to be pretty wary that this is a possibility just coming out. And even this mid boost, this is the spot for a mid to B split. You can peer over the smoke. It can be a very effective position to hold. But they still have 4 members towards this A bomb site at the moment.
Well, they did smoke out towards that catwalk side, so that's going to slow things down a bit for Leader 1, but you can see them set up. Actually, the smoke wasn't up on catwalk, sorry.
This is, you mentioned it, that Verdi hasn't really been trying to provide openings with the AWP. Yes. This is a round where he could, and look, they're going to go for the boost to try and pick him off. That nade hits him right in the head, but it doesn't matter because Verdi responds. A bullet to the head instead of a grenade, and that's going to finish PC. And now the A bomb site is under a lot of pressure.
Lots of mollies there towards the elevator to prevent a rotate coming in from CT spawn, so the A bomb site should be open for business. We still have one lurking towards the long, though. It's going to be Davey. Josh has to win this fight right now. Comes across, Davey gets the kill, so this is going to be a great advantage for them to go for the retake. A little bit of a mistake coming in for Leader 1 right now, because they're jumping up on the ledges to try to get those picks on the rotate, and they're just losing fights because they're coming on the rotates at the same time. Now Flash at Police lurking around, but it ends it on a 2 versus 1. And Splyce are going to get the defuse. They're going to get the op as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you have this flank coming in from Flash up there at the end towards CT spawn, you don't want the aggression to come from that bomb site. You want them to be botting time.
Exactly.
When they're committing to those fights and falling, that just makes that flank that much more ineffective, especially you see him at the end. He gets 2 kills, but the bomb's not planted for him, so he's got to just go, brain dead aggression and expose himself from so many different angles. So a little bit unfortunate there that it doesn't pan out, but can't be peaking in that kind of a situation. Still so much money built up on their side. They're ready to go.
Verdi unfortunately cannot connect towards T-side this time, but it's going to be PC that gets the first casualty in this round. The second one, as Fox was slowly blinded, but they didn't see the third guy cross towards that dumpster, and it's going to be flashed up. At least Jason R is there for that trade. Verdi's going to try to get the opening with success. Not to 3 versus 2. Position given away from that smoke coming through and a flash as well, but that's going to force Verdi to fall back towards that long. He's actually stuck inside the door. Finally comes back towards T-spawn, but the bomb is down.
If I'm Leader 1 in this match, my strategy is basically, Verdi, you have an op in your hand, do whatever you want. Like, find us an opening. He's on fire right now. He's got 32 kills, 32 and 14 in this match. And I'm just saying, you're going to be the one to open things up for us. I don't want anyone else trying to initiate anything unless he's dead. Yeah.
I think one thing that I wanted to add, though, when we were talking about Verdi, the way that he's opping on T-side, is that he spent most of his rounds just opping it from T-spawn. And it's because of the rotations and the aggressive play by Splyce that he's catching him through these mid-double doors, through these pushes, and gives the advantage for Leader 1 to take over his site. Yes, he was able to get an opening when they tried to push 2 rounds ago, but it's really the aggressive play by Splyce that really hurts them at the end of the day. Now they're playing a little bit more passively. You don't see them rotate with these pushes and try to get more information. You sort of see a slow comeback from the CT side.
Yeah, you do, and Char gets caught looking the wrong way. One more smoke into the long cave, and that's when Verdi has the signal. Oh my God, what a shot. Couldn't get a second one off. They do swing on him wide there, and he was caught in the doors, but 14-11 now, and Splyce has made quite the comeback.
That's a dirty stash.
The money is a little bit beat up on the Terra side. So they're going to have to save now. This is going to be the first time in a long time they haven't had an AWP to work with. Even haven't even rifles. And it's a double op setup now picked up. Professor Chaos and Aryu with that on the CT side. So Splyce, it was looking dire at 14-8. But now they've made a bid. Now they've got themselves right back into it.
Verdi's got a 33 bomb, but at the same time, I won't discount anything away from Leader 1 with the save that they have coming through because they have Tech 9s. Tech 9s could wreck them, but at the same time, they didn't go for armor as well. So they want to keep that economy for the next round.
This is a good setup as well for Splyce. They had 2 members in mid, 1 in B. So that's to be there to back up any kind of a B rush as well as any kind of mid to B split, which is looking very, very likely with one lurking off catwalk. But there's no smokes. And there's no utility for them to use right now on the Terror side. So this isn't going to pan out whatsoever against these rifles, especially now. They're just going to group up in the upper B tunnels, and they're going to run right into Arya's AWP.
Exactly. So it's not only a body peek they're going to have to do with an op towards platform, but they had 3 guys towards B for Splyce. Now they connect. They're taking them down one by one. They're flash at the same time. Flawless victory for Splyce. PC maybe almost died. But again, great job for them to stay alive in that round there, not forcing any economy loss for Splyce's side. Garrett pretty happy with what's going on so far, as they've won, 4 in a row. So they're coming back into this one after losing 7 on the CT side.
Now into this round, Verdi back with the AWP. And actually, I think they sacrifice... Nope, Char does have an AK-47 as well. So 4 members for Leader 1 over towards Long. Look like maybe they want to do some kind of very slow-paced mid-play. They know there's a double op setup, so they got to be very wary coming around these corners. They're not going to get picked. And they are going to head up Catwalk. 3 members leading the charge. The op is there as well. Just 1 member flashed up, lurking out towards Long. And actually, they're going to come out middle instead of going up Catwalk this time. No smoke at CT spawn. Catches Abe off guard. There's no information of this from Splyce. There is an op out towards Long, but now with no smoke, Char's going to get that kill on Abe. That's very nice. There's the smoke. 1 member inside B. He's got to be the one to take care of things. Arya, what can you do? Just hiding, trying to wait. And he gets spotted out. Can't get his gun out in time. He legs Fox, but he's down.
The 3 versus 3, at least the bomb is open for business for Leader 1, but they still have plenty of time for Splyce on this rotation. So Davey, Professor Chaos, and Jason are all coming in here from the CT spawn on outside B. Now they split off with Jason R, or should I say Davey's coming in towards lower B. So Josh BM will have to try to win this fight. Spots him right now, but meanwhile, you do have that setup getting ready to overtake the outside B. PC is still trying to opt towards that platform, but a great play by Leader 1 to not give any information and really stick out. Oh, that sucks. Bad Molly coming through, but Elise coming inside the site. Trades coming through as well. Professor Chaos making it a 2 versus 1 situation. Can Josh BM get it done? That's 1 versus 1. Clock is ticking on that bomb. Gets the kill and the clutch. And it's going to be now 15-2. Game point for Leader 1.
I'm shocked that Davey fell away from that one-on-one in B tunnels. He spent a lot of time having to rotate from upper B tunnels, from those stairs all the way outside B.
Yeah.
You know, that's seconds off that clock, and even though there's 5 added to it, you know, you don't have all day. So that retake gets a little bit delayed by that rotation. But still, last chance now for Splyce. Down 12-15. They still have the 2 ops. No op, on the other hand, on Verdi on the terror side whatsoever.
Can't lose any players at all in this round once again. I mean, I'm saying it a lot in this matchup, but you could see how low they've had to work with for Splyce throughout this whole game on the CT side. So at least a 2-op setup might be fruitful for them in this round here, but they can't lose a single player coming into this bit to be split from Leader 1. So Jason R playing it from the CT spawn, spotted some information. Arya's going to opt in from B. Jason R, I thought he was going to try to push across there towards the mid double doors, but we are coming back up on Catwalk. So PC has to step up in this hold.
Yeah, once again, going up against an AWP, misses the first shot, misses the second, and he falls. That's not good. Jason R, what can you do? Nice kill there on the flash step. They take another duel.
Nice.
Char drops him. 2 on 3. They are getting the bomb planted. It's for Catwalk. And they need to fall back and man that defensive position. Verdi's still in the site. Davey's out towards Long, so that could catch him off guard. He's out in the open. In fact, he's looking towards CT spawn. If Davey peeks, Verdi is going to fall, and there it is. Easy kill. 1 on 3 now. Fox has to be aggressive, try and whittle it down, but Splyce is going to win the retake.
Yeah, unfortunate hold there for Professor Chaos, but the teamwork worked in favor of Splyce by getting that counter flash up on Catwalk. Had 2 guys blinded. Easier for Davey to try to hold up towards that elbow side, and also prevent them from overtaking towards that A-bomb site. At least they got the plant coming through for Leader 1. They do not have any economy to work with so far as well. And we'll see what they're going to try to do. They're going to go for a slight pistol buy just to buy evenly. And they're going to play it for the last round of the first map. Or the only map, rather, in this group play.
This is a scary situation, too, because I don't think Leader 1 is going to be able to afford an AWP into the next round. Their economy just gets reset from winning and losing, and it's going to be a B rush. What can they get from it? Running through smoke is Char, but Abe is there. Gets the first 2. Can't get the third, but there is already a 3rd member of Splyce here, and Arya just showing off them pistol skills.
Flash tap the last man standing, and he dances to death. A headshotted by Jason R. And like we said, last round of the first half, you mentioned it here, Moses, at the same time. No economy to work with for an AWP. Char, who is the, well, I guess Verdi is the opera for L1 as well.
It's all right, though, because Verdi got the entry with an AK last time.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's ready to go. But 15-14 now. Splyce has made an incredible comeback after it looked so dire at the beginning of this second half. Didn't look like they were going to have any skin in the game, and there's a nice start. Professor Chaos coming alive with that op, gets the first pick on a Char.
Even before the smoke blooms, so now Professor Chaos is fully flashed as well, forced to fall back, and look at how passively they're playing this A-bomb side right now, Moses. 3 guys inside B, 2 guys playing towards pit side.
Yeah, with the double op setup, this is awkward, that they're giving up the A site, because both ops are over towards B. So the retake is going to be difficult for those ops to manage, and actually, when your opponent's on 15, to give up a bomb site like this for free is
Crazy.
incredible. Although there is no more utility on the L1 side to defend against this retake.
Well, let's see if they got the aim for it to hold it. Verdi is still lurking around the mid double doors. Here's a lot and a huge rotation coming in from the CT spawn. They're greatly set up right now for the T side to try to prevent the CTs from getting to the fuse. Now we're slowly moving up. We're still looking towards long as well. Arya on the rotation, getting the kill at mid double doors. But you still have that lurk, like I said, from Fox. Can he get it done? Crossfire set up at the same time. Josh BM only able to take down one. And there's that flank. There's that crossfire set up. And now that clock is sticking on the bomb. They're coming in for the defuse. And that is not enough time. Leader 1 wins this matchup against Splyce 16-14.
That's the thing. You know, a lot of those rounds were just strategic mistakes by Splyce there to give up the bomb site. I hate that call. I hate it with a passion.
You're talking about it, Jason. You said the double op setup.
Yeah, you have 2 ops. You put 1 in A, which you've been doing the whole half, basically. I mean, there was a couple rounds where they did a similar setup, but you know, especially like they were in a 5-on-4 after Professor Chaos gets that first pick, and he goes back towards B. So they have 2 ops on the B bomb site. So now when they give up, they had no intel that anyone was even in A. So the bomb gets planted immediately. Now you have that long rotation. You have to clear all those corners. You have to clear all the angles. You spend so much time getting over towards that A site, and it's just like. And then the retake comes in, and just one player hiding behind quad boxes just ends your dream. And when you're down 14-15, you've made this incredible comeback to give up a bomb site completely for free is just insanity.
Yeah, that's actually a little bit of a knife right in the side there, as Richard Lewis would like to say. That's how we do it in Birmingham.
is that what he says?
Right in the side. That's got to hurt them right now there for a Splyce GG. But let's talk about the players that really shunned actually in this matchup. I mean, Verdi and Arya on the other side too.
There was no answer for Verdi. Arya played well on his side, but I mean, no one even came close to the level that Verdi was at. He ended with like 35 kills in that match. Roughly, it was absolutely insane. It was incredible. Yeah. So really, really good stuff from him. Even like you said, not having. I mean, the first portion of that second half, he wasn't even having to open any sights up. It was, you know, Splyce's aggressive tactics at mid that really fed him some kills.
Yeah. Well, overall, you got to say that it was a great game by Leader 1. Good upset. Yeah. Would you call it an upset too, actually, against Splyce?
You know, yes, because Splyce is a Pro League team and Leader 1 is not. But outside of that, I mean, we mentioned it could be close because of the, you know, these were not untalented players on the Leader 1 side.
Well, it's not over yet, though, at least for Splyce GG. They're moving down to the lower brackets here of this group. But to break it down, let's bring it back to the desk here with Sir Scoots, Richard Lewis, and Blue. Take it away, boys.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. You guys called it a much closer match. Back and forth, very tight. But again, in the end, Leader 1 takes it.
Yeah, I mean, I really feel like I should have doubled down. I missed a trick, I think, because I knew it was going to be close, and I felt like Leader 1 could do it, but I thought Splyce might just have that slight edge. Now, I'll tell you where it all went wrong, okay? And that is you're 5-1 up, right? Things are going really well for Splyce. They're rolling. Then they decide, hey, we're going to rush B. And they just do a no-respect rush. They get absolutely decimated, mowed down. They lose 4 rounds in a row, give up a bunch of rounds they didn't have to do. Then they lose that secondary pistol, and all of a sudden they're in all kinds of trouble.
Yeah.
And you know, Leader 1 definitely did what they had to do, but Splyce made it real difficult for themselves. They got way too confident, way too quick in a game when they had absolutely no right to do that.
And again, Virtus just like absolutely going crazy in that game. I don't think anyone expects that. He gets, I think, close to like 36 kills around there.
I heard he's the best opener in NA. He must have got Kusta's juice this morning, you know what I mean?
Kusta's juice.
Yeah, Kusta's juice box. No, but like, serious, dude, he had a sick game.
Yeah, and the problem is, too, is, again, so many of these teams, it happens that, like, that one round goes wrong and then everything just falls apart from there. I talked about this earlier with the team. The same thing happened to Leader 1 in the second half, too. Yeah. They started getting ripped apart on those A site takes, which, to give credit where it's due for Splyce were actually really good at playing what is, in my opinion, a fairly difficult retake situation, coming back outside of CT spawn. They did a really fantastic job of finding a lot of those kills there. So everything started to fall apart for Leader 1 in the second half, and they almost ended up losing it and taking it in overtime. Thankfully, that final round, they pieced it back together and were able to buy enough time for the bomb to explode and give them the match.
Yeah, and like you said, that was very close, though. I mean, a perfect setup for the retake on the Terra side of holding it, but again, they started picking them all off, and it was just down to seconds. And then we could have an overtime.
Yeah, that spray down he got right at the end, if he doesn't kill that diffuser, I think they just get it. So absolutely vital final frag. And again, they just played that to perfection.
Yeah,
credit to them.
Again, so that being said, moving forward will be Leader 1. They will play Enemy tomorrow on the top of that bracket. Dropping down to play EZG is Splyce. So that will also be happening tonight. Just so you know, there has been a slight schedule change. Obey had one of their players yesterday and today not able to get here in time. He had some canceled flights from the airlines, Go Airlines. And so, but they didn't want to drop out of the event entirely. So they've taken their first map loss. So they will drop down as the solo loser in that 3-team group.
Yeah.
Winter Fox gets an automatic win over them, and they move forward, and Winter Fox will play Optic tomorrow, and then the loser of that will drop down to play Obey. So I guess the guy is flying in tonight, and they didn't want to bring a substitute. They could have brought a substitute yesterday, but they didn't want to do that because Valve's rules state, and it's very important, who you play with is who you have to keep playing with. And so obviously they didn't want to lose their good guy just because he missed a flight.
And if anyone thinks that isn't a sensible rule, you've got to do the mental exercise of understanding you could, like, the team could earn a shot, get to a major, and then you just kick them all out and bring in a bunch of ringers, right? Like, and that would suck for the guys. So that's why Valve have done that. They've had similar rules in Dota for a while. It's a very good system, and credit to them for sticking to their guns on that one.
Yeah. So what that does for us tonight is it just changes what we're going to do. One less match for you. We're not going to do that Obey Winter Fox match. That's not going to happen. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to come back and do that final lower bracket match, or I should say the first lower bracket match of Group B, and then Vansili, or I think it's going to be Launders actually, is going to do a interview with Virtus from Leader 1. So come back after the break.
Join us on April 1st through the 3rd at the Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio. Watch the best teams in Counter-Strike Global Offensive go head-to-head for a guaranteed prize pool of $250,000.
He could be able to get this. Got the ace clutch. Shazam!
Teams like Fnatic, Envious, Virtus Pro, and many more will be there. Be sure to check out the VIP package for the ultimate esports experience. Buy your tickets now at mlg.tv/csmajor.